All right, so I'm recording. Recording. I like to say recording, That's how my mother spoke some words with like with an accent. That's why I speak with an accent sometimes. Recording, wild, what, water, stuff like that, So it's another day over here with my coffee and a very simple breakfast. I like, to eat, like I said in my last little dish. Or yeah, I like to eat bacon and eggs and sausages and stuff like that. I mean, in the morning, I like that. But I don't like, I don't like too much elaborate. I don't like elaborate dinners and lunches and breakfasts and stuff like that. I don't like. You see these videos and stuff like that. People making big dinners and recipes. I'm a simple dude, man. I'm a simple guy, man. I'm a simple guy. I don't like all these things, and very simple to please for the girls out there. You understand what I'm saying? Now this guy playing Magellan or whatever. The neighborhood, is at least you can leave your door open and stuff like that. You know, the only reason I lock my door is my wife, because she likes to come in and steal. So I mean that's why I close my lock my door. I'm the only one who locks his door in Don Pedro. I'm the only one. I guess. But then I'm the only one that has a key. So everybody's door is broken or whatnot. That's why they can't lock it. So that's just the deal. Can't wait to get my speaker in December. December is right there, man. December is right there. That's what instead of paying Atian through the nose, I'm gonna get paid by Atian through the nose. God willing, I'm still alive. You never know what a year can bring, you know what I mean? So you just gotta say, if the Lord will, we're gonna do this. There's a lot of people who say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. They don't even say if the Lord will. That's sin. That's sinful because you don't know. You don't know your life, how long it's gonna last, and you just don't know. You can't say, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do this next year, I'm gonna do this year, without saying if the Lord will. It's just so sinful. When I forget to say that, I feel uncomfortable. I'm a Christian person. I was talking about women the other day, what kind of woman I want. I want a person that could still have children, though. But it's not the end all be all. If I find a very special person, then I'll bypass that thought, you know. But I really want a person that could have kids. But then you say, well, I don't know if so and so can have kids. Then I mean, I don't. That's well, let's see how it goes. Because if she's a special person, I'd rather have the special person than kids. I guess because I have two kids. That's why. But I would love to have one, two, or three children more for my two children that are here, because they're gonna need brothers and sisters, or sister and a brother. They're gonna need that. You know, Sean is gonna need a brother. Sean is gonna need a sister that can actually help him. So I mean, that's the deal. But let's see how it goes. But I really want a person who really can have kids. But if you think a person can have kids, no guarantee that she can have kids anyway. You know. That's why if I see somebody special, I'm not gonna say no. But there's no guarantee that a person that's like 35 years old can have kids anyway. And I don't want to marry a 30-year-old. It's too young. That's too young. What, I'm gonna be 90 and she's gonna be 60? Come on, it's ridiculous, though, man. You know. Where am I eating? I'm eating feta, crackers, peanut butter in the crackers, and coffee. But the coffee is not the one that I wanted, creamy white. But it's coffee's coffee. I mean, But I like the 3-in-1 that Afian gave me though. I like that, but they didn't have it in Gasano. Well, maybe Metro, you know. But I like Gasano. The prices are very much lower than Metro though. So I made a switch a little bit over to Gasano. It's like I bought more things from Gasano than Metro for the first time in a long time. Me and Risa used to just go to Gasano and that's it, never to Metro at first. That came later, you know. At least she was right about that, you know. But she still used to buy little. That's the problem with her. I used to give her all my money, and she used to buy very little. So what did you do with the other money? Come on, see, it's not like that though, man. That's why you don't have power over my money anymore. I want a person that can speak good English. So I want a woman that can speak good English. It has a very good command of English and understands perfectly what you're talking about. Okay, um, that's very important. That's key. She has to be compatible to some of the things that I like, because we're not gonna have anything to talk about. Uh, what do I like? I like sports. I like baseball, basketball, football, hockey. She doesn't have to like all that, but man, like some of that stuff. I like to go to the beach. I like to ride bicycle. I like to um, go out camping. I like to eat outside. I like to go to the shopping mall and buy. Now, I'm not talking about the church life. Those are not, that's not a hobby. Not even so. That's my life. So I'm not even mentioning that now with hobbies and stuff like that. You know, just it's just like interests. And she tells me, "Oh, I love the Bible. I'm gonna test her out and see what she knows about the Bible." You can't tell me, "Oh, I like the Bible," and then you don't even know what Genesis 1:1 says. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Or even John 3:16. You don't know those. You love the Bible. You don't know famous passages of Scripture. Come on. The Bible says test the spirits to see if they are God. That's how you test them with the Bible. You know, that's how you test. That's how you test. I once tested a woman. I'm talking about an American woman on the phone, and she didn't like it though. And she was a Christian. She was a Christian person. She said, "The hell with that." She hung up the phone. No, I didn't want a person like that. I don't care. I tested her out. That's all. Maybe too overly aggressive. Maybe she wanted to come and eat with me. Her treat. She was from another, you know, state. Maybe she was from New Jersey. I don't know. And I met her online in a dating service, and we talked on the phone. And I was testing her out right away. See, that's. I think maybe it was my fault, but I didn't like her anyway. No. So If Dion finds me somebody, and I gotta test her out right away. Oh, hi, how you doing? Like that. Oh, what's your name? Oh, okay. And I gotta test her out right away. I'll come later. You know? You know? They'll come later, believe me. It has to. She has to love my God. She has to love the Bible. She has to love church and God's people. She has to love talking about the Bible, man. If you don't love talking about the Bible, you call yourself a Christian, there's something wrong with you. You're probably not what you say you are. You're probably not a Christian at all. That's the thing. You could say a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, I love this. Yeah, but do you actually do it on a daily basis? You tell me you love God and then you don't even talk about him. Come on. That's like saying, oh, I love, quote, I love my spouse, and you don't even talk about your spouse. End quote. And you don't even talk about your spouse. Come on, man. No, you talk about the person you love. Look at the woman at the well when she saw Jesus. She went back and spoke about him. Not everybody's going to preach. Not everybody's going to teach. But everybody's called to be a witness of the crucifixion and resurrection of Jesus because they witnessed it in the Word of God. You know? But the woman has to be compatible. Talking, talking outside the Bible now, just interests and hobbies. The woman has to be compatible, man. She has to like some of the interests that I like. Some of the television shows that I like, and that's hard because she's a Filipina. She's not from there. That's the problem. I like the old black and white movies of the United States. I like the old television programs like the $6 Million Man and Gilligan's Island and Get Smart and I Dream of Jeannie and the Little Rascals and the Honeymooners. I mean, Star Trek. You know, I don't think she's gonna like that because she's not from there. Now you could get them in those programs. Oh, look at this program with me. You like this, and then we could talk about it. My mother never really looked at the $6 Million Man until I introduced her to it, and she used to watch it with me. She used to love it. And my mother never loved the Kid with the Golden Arm martial art movie, but then I introduced her to it, and she loved it. She loved it. She even wanted it before she died. She said, "Give me a copy." You know? Hey, possible to get somebody into your hobbies. I mean, it's just like this little girl. She was saying, not little girl, but she's a woman now. But she was saying how her grandfather influenced her to be a Yankee fan. But she wasn't a Yankee fan before he influenced her. She was a Yankee fan because they took her to the games and stuff like that. And now she has her own podcast. Now she's like 50 years old, loving the Yankees. And so, I mean, just because she's not compatible doesn't mean she cannot. I mean, she'll stay like that. So, you know, I guess before you get married, you can introduce her to those things.
And if she's not interested in those things, then don't marry her. Because there's no compatibility. That's the problem. We have to be compatible to something. If not, there's nothing to talk about. That's the thing with me and Risa. We don't. I don't like any of her interests, and she don't like any of my interests. She don't like any of my shows or music, and I don't like any of her shows or music. So what do you have to talk about? Nothing. She doesn't like to talk about the family too much, so we don't talk about that. She doesn't like to talk about the Bible too much, so we don't talk about that. I mean, we used to not to talk about that because she's not here. When she comes in here, it's just strictly to give milk to the I'm sorry, food for Anna, or take Anna, or take Sean, or give Sean. That's it. She doesn't even go to the bathroom these days. You know, that's it, man. It's over. It's dead. And I hate these people that they keep on saying to me, "Oh, well, maybe you can fix things." I mean, it's just I hate people that talk like that, though, man, because they're just telling me in my face, Angelo, I don't believe what you're saying, and I don't like not being believed. That's the one sin that God hates is not to be believed, not for people not to believe Him. But we're His creatures, we're made in His image, so I hate people that don't believe me. It's not that I hate people don't believe me. I hate what they're doing and not believing me. Not and that's I should say I don't hate people. Let me throw these things away. Yeah, so I'm a simple guy. The woman doesn't even have to cook for me breakfast. I know how to make my own breakfast. I know how to make my own lunch. She can help me to make dinner like that. That'd be a good help. You know, do something. But I know how to make my own dinner also. I've been alone for the longest time in the United States, and I'm back being alone. you know. Let me throw these out. Okay, so I like people who are financially independent. What are you talking about? Well, I love women that are strong enough to be on their own 2 feet. You know, so that woman that Atiana introduced me to in January of this year. I don't know. I think she's independent because I don't know if she's a client. I'm gonna ask Atiana if she's a client. So if she's a client, she could get loans on her own. That's not to say that I'm not gonna help her. That'll come later on. As I get to know her or somebody else. I mean, if I see that the woman is not sharing her number, it's not sharing her messenger, and the months go by, and I don't have months to go by. I don't have months to waste like that. So if she's too shy to share her number, and then I give her my number and she's not calling, well, I'm gonna switch up to somebody else because that means that she's not interested. I know when a girl's not interested or not. They can say goodbye, Angelo, all they want, or hi, Angelo, all they want, but when the tire meets the road, then when it comes down to the nitty gritty, I mean, if she's not making an effort, see, I like that's one thing that I agree with Obed, that the woman has to make effort, and the man, we have to make effort. We have to try to communicate to each other. We have to try to get to know each other. That I agree. Now, maybe he overly does it. He wants it every day. It's not good to contact somebody every day, especially a woman. You can't get a woman used to you contacting every day. You have to let her miss you. And that's what a pastor told me. And that's what a supervisor, um, coworker told me. He used to be my supervisor at the sewing area of where the factory that I used to work in 2000 and 2005 and 2006. I worked there for like 2 years, you know, and and you have to let the, it's good to test also the reaction of the people when you don't call to see if they get angry. You don't want to marry a person that gets easily angry like that, you know. Oh, why didn't you call me? Oh, so that's how you test them out, and that's how you weed them out of the process you eliminate them from the contest. Okay, you know, I don't want a bitchy attitude. I don't want somebody lying to me. I hate lying. I hate lies. I hate people that lie to me. I hate people that lie to me, and I hate people. I shouldn't say I hate. I keep on saying hate people, but I don't like when people. How about this? I don't like when people lie to me. I don't like when people don't believe me. I don't like when we go out and the person doesn't buy. When I say buy something and they don't buy it, Risa's like that with all that stuff. Can you buy this? And she doesn't buy it, and then she complains that she doesn't have. In the future, that she'll complain. Oh, I'm losing weight. Yeah, but every time we go out, you don't eat. Oh, I have my old clothes and stuff like that. Yeah, but when we go out, you don't buy clothes. You're blaming me for being skinny, and she's not. Her fat rear end is bigger, is twice as big as size as mine. I measured it one day. I put my behind next to her behind to behind, and it's twice the size as mine. Twice the size, twice. And I'm a big guy. I don't have a big rear, but I'm a big dude, and she's twice the size as me. You ever try to pick up Riza? We used to play games like pick up each other and stuff like that. And I used to try to pick her up. She's a freaking whale. Come on. And then she's complaining that she don't eat. She's a freaking dinosaur. You know, she's a dinosaur and a whale. So I mean, we have to be compatible. We have to like some of the same things, not everything. Not everything. Or maybe she'll be compatible with some of the things in the future. You know. So, and then I have to like some of her things also. But the thing is the language. They like these Filipino, like the see that like the song that somebody's playing right now. You hear this? I don't like that. I don't like that style, man. I don't like that music. I don't. First of all, I don't understand what it says. I just don't like it. I could be here a million years and try to be compatible with somebody, and I'll never like that song. You hear it? Look, I don't like that though, man. I don't like that. It's like disco to me. I hate disco. That's the only music in America I don't like. Disco. I like opera, country music, rock and roll, even heavy metal when it has to do with Christian music. I like all kinds of music except for disco. I hate disco unless it's like a remix of today's disco, and it has to be a popular song like Donna Summers or the Bee Gees or somebody that I know. I don't like disco. You know, Rock the Baby maybe. I think that's disco maybe. I don't know. Rock the Baby. I like that, but that just You can, Angelo. I need you to be compatible. Hell no, and not with that. And then she could say, "Hell no" with me. Well, Angelo, I don't like Star Trek. I don't like Elvis. I don't like, and that's the thing. That's the thing, man. You know, that's the thing. That how are we gonna be compatible? And if we're dealing with a person that comes from another country, you know, now in a day and age, there's YouTube and stuff like that. So sometimes, sometimes there's compatibility because of, I mean, it's kids. I guess that the girls growing up nowadays and the guys growing up nowadays will like certain things that girls and guys of the United States will like. I mean, they like basketball, you know. Maybe we'll be compatible in that end. They should like basketball, but that's those are girls nowadays. Not necessarily somebody from that was born in the 1980s, because basketball wasn't a thing internationally in the 1990s like it is now, you know. So the girls and boys that are growing up now will be compatible to somebody in the United States, you know. What else I like to do? I like to draw, but I haven't drawn in a long time though. I like to draw houses and cars and stuff like that, but I don't expect people to like the same thing like that because I don't even do that anymore, But I like going out. Like I said, swimming. I like to go to the beach a lot. I like to go to the beach. I like to go climbing and stuff like that, and camping and swimming and stay. I don't mind staying in a good hotel for a few days. You know, I think that Christmas party was held in a hotel like that. That looked okay, but that's just a big room. I don't know about the. I like doing. I want to do that more in the next marriage because we didn't do that at all. We didn't get no break. We didn't get no. And I think that's why our marriage suffered also, in a sense. We didn't go outside and take a break. But nothing would have worked with Riza. I mean, Riza was hell bent on not having more kids, only having money as her top priority, not loving the individual, not communicating, not making love. So even if you go to a damn hotel, there won't be love making, you know. So you could paint the whole room pink and it won't mean nothing to her. That's the thing. But in the next marriage, hopefully, I could get some relaxations on some shore leave time, and stuff like that. So hopefully she could help in my ministry. So hopefully she could use a computer, But that's just wishful thinking. Oh, honey, can you do these titles for me? I could say, oh, I want to do these titles here. You know how to type this? You just do these titles for me, on the phone. Do these titles. Risa did that sometimes. That she did. She put some titles on the phone for me and stuff like that. That was a long time ago, though. Oh my god, that was like 2 years ago. You know, because I hate doing titles on the phone and stuff like that. I hate doing titles and stuff like that. But that's just part of the ministry. But anyway, I'm gonna be leaving now. But I guess we got out of this conversation, this table talk. Um, you know that communication is key, compatibility is key. You know, um, in a relationship. As a Christian person, we should test out the person to see if they're truly a Christian or not. I didn't do that with Riza. I plan to do that next time. I have done it before, you know. It's not like I never did it before. I did test certain people out, and I even test certain people out with my best friend on the phone. Testing this lady out. She didn't know nothing about the Bible at all day. Nothing. I think that's one of the reasons I didn't marry her because she didn't know nothing about the Bible. She said she knew, but we tested her out. What's Genesis 1:1 say? Oh, I don't know. What's John 3:16 say? Oh, I don't know. So come on, man. You're telling me that you don't know two of the most important verses in the Bible, the most popular verses in the Bible you don't know nothing about? Come on, man. Now, Somebody could say, well, Angelo, but you tested a Filipina. Maybe she knows the Filipina Bible more. No, but that's not an excuse because she knows good English. So she knows what Genesis is. You know what John is. You know what the Gospel of John is. You know what Genesis is. There's only one Genesis, and there's only one John 3:16. You know, in the Bible, not First John 3:16, John 3:16. There's no excuse. There's Filipinos that know that all over the place over here in this country. What's John 3:16? Oh, I know what's John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in him shall not perish but have everlasting life. Well, come on, man. Everybody knows that. Everybody who's a true blue Christian knows that verse and knows Psalm 1. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. I mean, that's common, every knowledge. Those three verses, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. I mean, those three verses, everybody know. Everybody knows those three verses. Now, after that, then, but those three verses, everybody knows who's a Christian person. And if you don't know those verses, that means that you might be a Christian, but you're not in the Bible. You're not reading it. So why should I look at a person that's not in the Bible again? Because then it'll be the same repetition of a mistake. I'll marry another person that doesn't love or doesn't know the Bible. So then what good is it? What good is it? Now, I was saying in my other video, well, sometimes non-Christian people act better than Christian people. So I might marry a person who's not a Christian person, but might behave better in a marriage than a so-called Christian person. Let's see how it goes. Take care, guys. My baby's sleeping. I don't want to wake her up. Bye.